So this is my sketchbook. I've just started using it this year. I thought it looked really nice, so I only put my art challenges in here, which I just started doing this year. I made a list. So these are the ones from 2024. I started doing them in preparation for 2025 this year, which I succeeded. I did all of them. Not necessarily well, but I finished it. That's the important thing. So I'm going to show you, do like a little flip through of all my art challenges. Let me just get this little string thing. Yeah, I thought this sketchbook looked really nice, and I didn't want to like waste it, So I thought I'd put my art challenges in here. I'm a little nervous because they're not all good. But it is what it is. Okay, so this was when I was preparing for 2025. So this prompt was backpack. So I did this in September. So this was kind of stuff I liked then. It's just some books I've been reading or books I like. Where's my thing? Oh, there it is. My pointer thing. So I just wrote Bible, Frankenstein. I've been reading Frankenstein on the channel. Letters of Mozart. That's one of my favorite books I read. Do It Afraid. I found that really helpful. Native American Myths and Legends. I read that sometimes on the channel. Professional Baking, because that's what I studied. And Jane Eyre, also one of my favorites. I started getting into Stray Kids this year, so I put a little wolf. Oh my god, someone's here. Okay, so I put a little Wolf Chan and a Felix. I'll try and speak quietly so I don't get caught making videos. I like grapes, so I put grapes and cookies because I like baking. Notebook, pencil, phone. I put 0801 because of Stray Kids. Some cards with my birthday on it, 4/29. And some crochet, some yarn and a needle, because I've been crocheting a lot lately. And I made the backpack green, brown, and pink because those are my favorite colors. And then just quickly around it. That was backpack. The next prompt was discover from the 2024 prompts. So I thought of what we haven't really completely discovered yet. So I thought of the ocean, and an octopus is like the more intelligent creatures in the water, kind of alien-like, and outer space. So discover, plus that little compass thing. I just thought I'd put that in the middle. Third prompt was boots from 2024. Put 2 boots there. One is dark, and this one is like darker themed, and then the light brown color is lighter, but they kind of match in a way because roses have thorns and cactus has thorns, and they put a sun and a moon and stars and little flowers there, so they're kind of opposites. I did the same kind of theme here with opposites for exotic, and I thought of exotic birds, so I put 2 parrots on here. One is light, like a grey color, and then the other is darker, but they both have a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow, so they're opposites but similar. And a bunch of like tropical looking flowers. I'm not sure what type of flower it's called, but it's not a hibiscus, it's something else. But yeah, so that was what I did for exotic. Binoculars. I drew another bird, like bird watching, and a couple feathers because I've seen a lot of like blue color parrots and red parrots. But I drew one like falling and one rising. But yeah, so there's the binoculars there. And then Trek again for 2024. This is the last one I did for 2024. I thought of The Hobbit, so I put The Road Goes Ever On and On. That whole song on the outside, and the Lonely Mountain, the Hobbit hole, and then the footsteps going around and around. Yeah, and then this is the start for Inktober 2025, which was Mustache. And the first thing I thought of was my favorite character from What We Do in the Shadows, which is Vladislav. So I drew really horrible fan. I can't draw people, apparently. And then I just put a bunch of quotes from the film around it. The other day I dragged a man's body down the hallway and noticed that there was no dust. I kind of swept the hallway. My thing was I would poke someone with implements. I was known as Vladislav the Poker. And then when Viago was talking about him, he's like, yeah, he's a bit of a pervert, but he's a really great guy. I was quite tyrannical. I was known for torturing a lot of people. I became a vampire when I was 16. That is why I always look 16. In those days, of course, life was tough for a 16-year-old. None of that makes sense unless you've seen What We Do in the Shadows. Let's move past my sins. Okay. So, I found a Zentangle that was kind of woven together. So it looks kind of like ribbons woven together. And I put little flowers inside. These ones I did with the official rules for Inktober, because the other ones I used color pencils, but this one's just pen and marker. Same here, pen and marker. For crown, I did like Aurora's crown from Sleeping Beauty, and I put little roses and thorns, and then the blue and pink. 4 was murky. I meant to draw like murky waters with like a crocodile coming out of it. So that's murky. And then 5 was deer. I drew one like a Patronus. So that's deer. I actually quite like this one. The Mappy Buff. This one too was pierce. So I did a lip piercing and a tongue piercing, saying meh, and then like a Zentangle pattern around it. It's my favorite one, with the little squares just overlapping each other. And then 7 was starfish, and I just drew a bunch of starfish. They almost look like flowers, but that's okay. I like flowers. They were more cute than the other ones I did. And then 8 was reckless, and I didn't really know what to do for that, but I just drew a bunch of bottles. They're meant to be like alcohol, but the red ones look like ketchup. Maybe someone recklessly uses ketchup. And then 9 is heavy, so I drew a little elephant. It's kind of lighthearted actually, the picture, but it's a heavy creature. And I got lazy by the time I did the 10th one, which was sweep. It was just a broom. My lazy picture. And then another Lord of the Rings fan art, which is because this one was Sting. So for Sting, I drew the sword named Sting, and the spiders that Bilbo was fighting in the Hobbit movie. With a bunch of spider webs in the corners. And this one was tricky. I'm gonna just do whisper just in case, because someone keeps walking around. Okay, so this was tricky because I didn't really know what to do for shredded. So prompt 12 was shredded, and I decided to do a Zentangle that looked like torn pieces of paper, like shredded pieces of paper, but they're all different. she's recovering from surgery. So that's Lilo's doll. And I drew a bunch of flowers outside and another Zentangle pattern. And this one was tricky too. I didn't know what to do, but I saw that blunder is a move in chess, or something that you have a name for, something in chess. So I drew a bunch of chess pieces, another Zentangle pattern, and I used purple and gray, and then the Zentangle in the background is just black. I used black marker and then black pen. And this one, ornate, I saw something, I forgot what the design is called. I want to say cyber sigilism. That was my first attempt at that. I like the way I did the pumpkin design and the moon one, but the brown part, I messed up a little bit. But this is basically what I wanted. The black part, the design itself, but the color on the inside, I don't really like how it came out, but it is my first attempt, so that's okay. And then 18 was deal. So I drew like a poker theme, like dealing cards, you know. And I did that square pattern again on the outside in green. And for 19 was Arctic, so I drew a little bear. It was meant to be a polar bear, but I guess it could be any kind of bear eating a little fish. And a bunch of snowflakes around. He has a scarf out. My mom said it looks like he's sad to be eating the fish. Like he doesn't want to hurt the fish. 20, I did for rivals, I did 2 wolves, but I did this wolf like blue and gray, and this wolf like red and orange. I used red and orange for this, and then blue and gray. And like similar to the square pattern, but with circles instead. And I made them opposite, so the red one is over here, and then I used red and orange over here on the other side by the blue wolf, and opposite there. So it's like they're opposites, but they're similar at the same time, you know. I keep doing things like that. I think it's just the balance of it. And for blast, 21 was blast. So I did like a rocket, like blast off. So there's a rocket going to the moon. Another simple, lazy one. And it's like the smoke coming out. And a moon. I did a couple other moon ones, but it was like a partial moon, so I decided to do a full moon. And 22 was button, so I did just a bunch of buttons, sort of a Zentangle-ish, like doodle, just repetitive pattern, just a bunch of different buttons. I didn't color that one, I was getting lazy toward the end. The 23 was Firefly, so I did Ray from Princess and the Frog and Evangeline. And 24 was Rowdy, so I googled like punk rock themed doodles. So I did like a rose, Sage Against the Machine, and punk, a little microphone, the rocker hand symbol, and the like a lightning bolt, some hearts and stars and music notes, and the volume symbol. The 25 was Inferno. I wanted to do the dragon from Sleeping Beauty, another Sleeping Beauty picture. I don't know why that's been on my mind, but the dragon. I know in the movie in Sleeping Beauty, the fire is green, but I wanted it to be clear that it was fire for Inferno, so I just changed it to normal red and orange color. You can tell my markers are running out. this one on TikTok, and it hardly got any views. But then this dumbass, like, onion, the worst picture of an onion you've ever seen, and this gets hundreds of views. What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyways, onion. So I drew an onion, and that's like the same onion, but like cut in half. And skeletal, 28. I did like a Dia de los Muertos skull, or like, what's it called, like a sugar skull, something like that. And 29 was lesson, so I did like sort of academia doodles, a stack of books, a pencil, light bulb, DNA, an atom, some kind of graph thing, a calculator, a laptop, an open book, some paint, and a graduation cap. It's meant to be a paint palette, so, and a paintbrush. And for 30, I didn't do the border like normal. Anyways, that was vacant, so since there was a government shutdown, or there's been a shutdown, I put a picture of the White House, or sort of the White House, and there's just a flag, instead of the country's flag, I just put vacant. And yes, that's the White House. And the last one, 31, was award. I just drew a trophy that says world's greatest procrastinator, because that's what I am. But ironically, I actually completed this, so, you know, that's that. So, altogether, that was mustache, weave, crown, murky, deer, pierce, starfish, reckless, heavy, sweep, sting, shredded, drink, drunk, ragged, blunder, ornate, deal, arctic, rivals, blast, button, firefly, rowdy, inferno, puzzling, onion, skeletal, lesson, vacant, and award. Plus the ones I did preparing. I might continue that, but not in the Inktober style where it's only pen. I might do how I was earlier, with just basically however I want, with colored pencils and all that. I might finish it, but I don't know. I was just doing that because I was in the mood to draw, and I wanted to practice for 2025's prompts. So, but I might finish them. I'm not sure. I'll make a video if I do. So yeah, I really liked my Zentangle ones just because I feel more confident and things like that, like doing a Zentangle. I did 2 Sleeping Beauty themed ones. I've put a lot of roses as well, because there's a rose in that one and the Sleeping Beauty one. There's also a Disney fan art. I'm happy with this one, with the wolves. It's almost like that story, like there's 2 wolves inside of you, that story. So it was an experiment, but I was happy with it, actually. I might do more things like that, I'm not sure. I really like the elephant. I did 2 elephants. There's a pattern there. A couple of cute ones, like with the little expressions on them. And in the Inktober, I did only one Lord of the Rings one, but all together because of what I did for Trek. That was Lord of the Rings fan art too. It's my other elephant. It's easier for me to do animals, I think. That's another one of the cute expression on it. I like this one, how it came out. And I was experimenting with the font. Like, is it calligraphy? That's different kind of style of writing words, writing letters. I guess this counts as fan art too, because I was thinking of a Patronus So that might count as fan art too. I'm not too happy about that one, but it actually came out okay. The crocodile part is okay, but the water, the murky water, but that works because it's murky. So the fact that you can't tell that that's what I was trying to draw. There's the other roses, 5 roses all together. Another flower pattern. I like doing flowers. This was the worst one, I think, because I'm not good at drawing people, clearly. I tried to practice, but in my sketchbook, there's just a bunch of scary faces. I'm really bad at that, but I wish I could. I wish I could draw people. I guess I just need to practice doing that. So yeah, I would like to be able to draw people. I think this one might be my favorite. Either this one or... Oh wait, this is fan art too, because Lilo and Stitch. Maybe the elephant for trunk and rivals. This one's might be mine. So maybe. So I liked Deer and Pierce. Sting was okay. Trunk. The rivals. And yeah, I think those were my favorite ones. Plus the Zentangle ones I did for puzzling and shredded. And yeah, I think those are the ones I think are better. I did a lot of lazy ones too, like Award was really lazy. What was the other lazy one? Yeah, a lot of them were lazy, but at least I finished. So yeah, that's my Inktober 2025 collection, I guess. And I'll keep using this one for any sort of art challenges I do. So yeah, I'm happy with them. Hope you enjoyed that, and I helped you fall asleep a little bit. Yeah, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and liking, commenting and everything. I started putting together my own art prompts, like a different list, and I was thinking about maybe sharing it on the channel and on different social medias, and like maybe we could do one together, like do a unique art challenge, but like a universal one, because I also like to write poetry, and I don't always want to only do ink. Sometimes I like using colored pencils, so like just a general art challenge, like they could be a list of word prompts, and that'll be what you write a short story about, or a poem, or any kind of painting, or like through any kind of media, basically. I've been thinking about sharing an art challenge with just